Hey, hope all is fantastic. You know, there's an interesting thing about life and how wonderful life is, and how life has the ability, actually, it's inherent in the nature of life, to provide in a divinely easy and effortless way. And so when we think about that, that is grounds for excitement. But at the same time, it's one of those things that in order for life to provide for us properly, we have to get out of our own way. We have to get out of our own way, right? That is the number one hindrance to basically understanding why certain things don't happen, why certain obstacles come about, is the true understanding that you are always in a position to receive everything you need and desire to actualize your true, authentic self. That is life's promise to you, to always give you every single thing, right? And when I say life, I mean the all that is, I mean the great goddess, I mean God, I mean, the universe, whatever, but it all is this spacious, unlimitedly spacious, ever-present, loving energy that offers more of itself to itself, right? So I always get excited when I hear that, because life loves to offer itself to itself. And what does that mean? Well, human beings or spiritual beings having a human experience as ourself, like you and me, and everything else, we are life. So life is attempting to give to us every moment of the day. Now, problem is your mind says that, and it's like, oh, okay, what gifts am I going to get? It thinks of materialistic from a standpoint of that. And life does give us those things, but this is more about the opportunity to be present, the opportunity to connect to that part of you that is known as the Christ consciousness or the kingdom of heaven, right? That's what it gives to you. It gives you the ability to quiet your personal mind and step out of ego into emptiness. So one of the things that really kind of got to me a bit was, not got to me, but I always would hear certain teachers say, you need to be empty. You need to find your way to emptiness. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, how do I empty myself? And basically, I'm going to give it to you right now. Emptiness is just emptying your personal mind, emptying yourself of your ego and your entire being. And immediately as you do that, life sees and life instantly flows in. And you know what happens? You lose the need to overthink. You lose the desire to identify and label every single thing. So if you want to know what gets in our way the most, it's judgment. Judgment forever gets in our way, and it forever stops us from being open to what life is offering, okay? So if we're not open to what life is offering, how can we ever receive all the gifts? Life wants to give you something every single moment of the day. Every single moment of your life, life wants to give you something in the form of peace, in the form of beauty, in the form of love, in the form of pure freedom. It wants to give you that. And in addition to the resources that you have. So in order for us to really feel into life, to really experience life, we have to get out of our own way. And one of the ways that we continually stay in our own way is that we put more faith in the obstacle and not so much faith in the truth, okay? And the truth of the matter is, you are greater than anything that you can ever perceive. There is a divine essence behind this whole person. The essence that watches the person talk, that watches, or witnesses is a better terminology, that witnesses the person's movements and everything that it does. That witness, that spirit, is who you truly are. Not your house, not your car, not your bank account, not your history, right? Not your past. You're none of those things. You are that essence. And when you realize you're that essence, guess what? You can take all the personal stories and throw it out the window. You can look at me and not say, oh, I remember such and such 10 years ago when this happened, that happened, happened. No, because guess what? I've never been that person, right? I've never been that person. I've always been divine. Now, if you identify yourself with the person, then that's who you're going to be. But if you identify yourself with the authentic, true, divine essence, which is what you really are, life does this. It opens up and it wants to give you the biggest hug you could ever even imagine, because now you are in a place to be in complete acceptance, complete joy, right? You know what's interesting? You know what the great paradox is? You empty yourself of your personal mind and immediately you're filled up with this unspeakable joy, this unspeakable peace. I'm even feeling it as I think about it, right? First thing before I wake up every morning is I surrender. I surrender my personal mind and ego to emptiness, right? To emptiness. And what happens is everything goes silent. Everything quiets down. And then immediately I start to get goosebumps because the divine that's already there is rising up. And then all of a sudden, not even in the form of thought, something tells me either to turn or look out the window or touch my heart, and I fall into this place of gratitude. And you may be wondering, well, why is this so important? Because it's this space where no problems exist. It's this space that leads to pure perfection of life, to your truth, right? And the only thing you have to do is stay in your true presence, your true self, in everything, right? There'll be times where the mind wants to move you in a direction that just is going to drive you nuts, right? And it's going to try. The one thing about the ego is that it will do every single thing possible to derail you from feeling your absolute best. Why? Because it's stuck with survival and it sees everything as a threat, right? When the ego was created, it was created to only diagnose fear, real fear, which means if a grizzly bear just came through that door, you would see me jump out the window over there, right? That's real fear. Not problems we create for ourselves because we're overthinking. So here is the big shebang to this video that's going to set you free. It set me free, and I wanted to do the same for you. So it's kind of like this. We have a tendency, once again, as I said, to trust more, to trust and have faith more in the issue, the obstacle, the problem, and not so much in the truth. And the truth is we are pure divine beings, right? And so our primary objective is to put everything we have in the truth of who we are, right? Everything we have, all faith, all knowing. Put that in that truth, and you'll see that all of a sudden the obstacles, the impediments, the hindrances dissolve. They fall away. Why? Because it can't exist without your perceiving of it, right? It can't exist without your perceiving of it. I can guarantee you, I see so many people experience issues with having enough resources, and here's the reason why. Life, once again, wants to give you everything you need and desire so you can self-actualize. It wants to give you every single thing you need and desire to self-actualize, right? It does. That's just the truth of it. But it can't do that because life is not going to force itself. It can't do that if it knows that you're tied to something else that's not real, right? It can't do that if it knows that you're tied to something else that's not real. So what does that mean? I'm tied to something else that's not real. It means When you have faith in something, you're not peeking through a divine telescope trying to see, okay, how is the universe going to provide this for me? How is the universe how is it gonna bring it about? And you look and you look and you look and you look, and nothing ever happens. Why? Because those thoughts of thinking that you have to chaperone the universe is what stops the flow of divine goodness and life's goodness from coming to you. It's that easy. If you have to hover over trying to see how this thing is going to unfold, how you're going to be provided for, you're using up precious energy that could be used to surrender, to be empty, and to be filled up, and to trust and know, the greatest prayer you can ever say, let thy will be done. Let thy will be done, and then forget about it. Forget about it. Don't think twice about it. It's done. Because at that point, your faith in the truth knows that the truth has already figured out the seeming issue, because it's not real, it's perceivable. The truth has already figured out the solution. You just have to allow it to come, right? And just keep in mind, life can't come to you if you're like this, right? The most interesting thing about life waits for you to dive into life itself in order for it to bring you what it is that you desire. So if you're struggling, let's say you're struggling with your finances, you're struggling with career, it's because you're too hands-on. You got to let it go. You have to let it go, and you got to trust in the truth. Take the energy that you use to try to figure out how things are going to work and put that into the faith of who you are, because within you are God, you are divine, you are the Christ consciousness, you are all this amazingness. But it can't work in your life if you don't have faith, if you don't know that it's there. So you have to be aware that it's there. Take that energy that wants to know, that wants to be in the knowing, and put it towards that faith in your divine essence. And I promise you, you will get out of your own way. Things will unfold in such a dynamic fashion, and it'll catch you. Like, it'll catch you in the middle of enjoying life. So I'll leave you with this. When I was a kid, and I had the opportunity to go on Christmas vacation or summer vacation, especially summer vacation, because it was really nice and hot in New Orleans. And so I can remember my mom waking up, getting ready to go to work, and she'd be like, there's stuff in the fridge, your clothes are clean, here's a few dollars if you need anything, and everything was taken care of. So me, being the youngster that I am, I pop out of bed, sometimes not even brushing my teeth. I know it's bad. I ain't brushing my teeth. I throw my clothes on, and I'm out to go find my friends, and I'm playing the entire time for like 7 or 8 hours. And when I'm done playing, when I don't feel like that anymore, I come back in and I eat. And I eat whatever I want, right? Not once did I have to doubt that everything would be taken care of, right? Not once did I have to doubt my mom. I had that much faith in her that everything would be taken care of. And it was. And you know what happened? Life just got better and better and better because I was amidst the atmosphere of play, just doing my very best and like having a good time, just being present in the moment, enjoying my authentic essence. And that's all I needed to do to have things provided, to have things show up. And it was an effortlessness. It wasn't like I was 7 years old and I think, well, I can't really trust my mom. And I know, this happens at times when there's addiction and stuff involved. But for me, it was never a case where I had to say, well, my mom, she can't really be trusted. I need to go to the classifieds and start looking for a job. Can you imagine what type of life I would have had if I would have had to think like that? at that young of age, there would have been no joy. I wouldn't even know what play is today. I know what play is because of that experience. So my point is, go out and play, right? Go out and play. Let your heart draw you to what you feel like doing, not what you feel like you need to be doing, right? Let your heart lead you to what you feel like experiencing, not what you feel like you need to be experiencing. And from there, that is when you are wide open to life to provide you the amazing, wonderful perfection that it is. And the amazing thing is it has absolutely nothing to do with anything outside. It's all in here. It's all in that, in your heart. It's all in you. It's part of your soul. It's a part of who you are. But you just have to say yes to it. You have to say yes. And when you say yes, then the divine can start to work in your favor. And it works effortlessly. There's no forcing. There's no manipulating. There's no, I need to do this. No. The only need is I need to surrender to my personal egoic mind. And when I do that, I go empty. And the moment I go empty, the divine fills me up. Fills me up in an unlimited way. And I'm just present. I'm just present in the moment. And all I can think about is how good I feel. And the only thing that happened is that my true self filled up my physical self. And from that feeling alone, from that knowing, comes truth, abundance, freedom, joy, satisfaction, love, more importantly, and happiness. That's all you need. That is how you get out of your own way. Guys, as always, it is a pleasure. We'll talk soon. Take care. It wouldn't be a video if I didn't take the moment to kind of act a fool a bit. Take care.
Hi. Oh, Bob wants to see me in a bit? Okay, I'm just gonna wrap up here and then I'll be in there in just a few. Thanks. Oh man. Maybe it's about that promotion that I've been wanting. All right. How you doing, Bob? I just want to start off by saying thank you. It has truly been a pleasure to be able to be a part of this company in the worst of times and just to watch it grow and watch it just become something so amazing for everybody, myself and the team included. And I'm just so thankful to be a part of this process, Bob. So thank you for choosing me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Wait. Can you say that again? Wait, no. How is this possible? Are you really telling me this right now? Is this some kind of joke? Because I could have sworn I was coming in here to get a promotion. And now you're telling me you're letting me go? What about all the time that I spent here helping this company from going under? All the time I spent away from my family. Did that not mean anything? Do I even mean anything to this company? Or is it really just about money? Is it really about making profits? Is that what this is all about? You just used all of us up until you figured, okay, That's all I needed. And that was that? Is that what that comes down to? Man. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Everything I gave to you, does that mean anything? I guess that answers my question. Man, this stinks.